everyone, I'm Julie Bandaras. This is the writer's block. The Taliban regime was overthrown in Afghanistan just months after the September 11th attack in 2001. A new constitution was formed, and now Afghan women are fighting to transform their world. Many of those women are sharing their intimate stories in the book called Women of Courage. Fox foreign correspondent Scott Heidler is co-author of the book along with his wife. Welcome, Scott. Thank you so much for talking to us. Every time I see you, it's via satellite, and you're somewhere either in Pakistan or in this case Afghanistan. This is fascinating that you chose to speak for women who often do not have a voice in Afghanistan. Why did you choose to write this book?
Well, the main reason we decided to write the book is at that stage, Catherine and I, my wife, had lived kind of separate lives in Afghanistan before. Me as a journalist, her as an NGO worker teaching women photojournalism. So when we both were there together, we decided to focus on women's stories who are women of courage, women who are taking a chance to really kind of push the envelope of what was traditionally known for Afghan women to do, and then disseminate that story to women inside the country so they were encouraged to continue to fight for change within their country.
And you really had to be in Afghanistan long enough to really get inside these people's lives. How long were you in Afghanistan, and how long did you interview these women to come up with this book?
The book, the interviews and the photography done for the book, it took about a year, quite frankly, because there are 40 in this book. We actually had another version of the book that was distributed only inside Afghanistan. There were 50 interviews in that book. So a lot of women to take pictures of, a lot of women to photograph. But before that, Catherine and I had both separately been in Afghanistan again for about another year. So that's why we really had a good idea of what women we needed to reach out to, how to get to these women, and so we could tell their stories, their amazing stories.
I want to tell a story of one of the women that you covered. She was a young girl, and she was a host of Hop Music TV, a TV program which is unheard of in Afghanistan, and she had a very tragic end to her life. Why don't you tell us about that? This
woman, she was essentially like an MTV video journalist, and she got a lot of hate mail from conservative people inside Afghanistan, and it just kept getting increasingly bad, increasingly threatening, increasingly violent. The owner of this television station shut it down, and then very soon after that she was killed, what's suspected to be an honor killing from someone within inside her family. Not obviously her immediate family, because her parents encouraged her to do this kind of work, but because of her work and because of the exposure to her family, this job she had someone killed her for it.
I wish we had so much more time, but your final thoughts, if you want to add one more thing, as far as what deepest impact did these women have on you and your wife's lives?
We've thought that we've had difficult periods in our lives, and we thought that, you know, going to different places has encouraged us to continue on the path that we lead, and that's going out and experiencing different cultures. But sitting down with these women, anything that we've done paled in comparison. Just the sacrifices they make, yes, for their immediate family, but for the women of Afghanistan. Every walk of life of people we spoke with, a teacher, a photographer, a filmmaker, everything they're doing is definitely trying to help their families' lives, but also all of the women in Afghanistan.
Thank you so much for being here, Scott. It's so great to see you in person.
I know.
We should do this more often. Well, the book of Women of Courage, once again, you got to read it. Pick it up at your local bookstore. That is it for the Writer's Block. I'm Julie Bandaras. Thanks for watching.